A blind man sits by the dusty road, begging for coins. Suddenly a stranger stops, kneels, and touches his eyes. The man blinks, and for the first time in years he sees sunlight face his color. The crowd erupts. Some shout, "It's a miracle." Others whisper, "It's a trick." But nobody walks away unchanged. This isn't just a story about healing, it's a story about hope, power, and the mysterious figure at the center of it all. Power, and the mysterious figure at the center of it all. Jesus. When you open a Bible, you see 4 familiar names: Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. But here's the twist: none of these writers actually met Jesus in person. For early Christians facing mockery and danger, miracle stories weren't just about magic, they were about survival, identity, and hope. Imagine hope. Imagine living in a world where your people are oppressed, your beliefs are questioned, and your leader was executed in the most humiliating way possible. But there's more. In a society obsessed with power and status, Jesus' miracles flipped the script. He healed the poor, the outcast, the ignored. The message? Everyone matters. But what if these stories weren't just about breaking the rules of nature? What if they were about breaking the rules of society? Not everyone in the ancient world took miracle stories at face value. Some early Christians, especially those who followed Gnostic teachings, believed the real magic was inside you. For them, a story about a blind man seeing again wasn't just about eyesight, it was about waking up, understanding, and seeing the world in a new way. These hidden meanings offered hope to people who felt powerless. They said, you can change, you can find light, even in darkness. But the Gnostic ideas didn't always sit well with church leaders who wanted clarity. Simple stories that everyone could agree on. So, how did these different versions of Jesus' miracles shape the church's future? That's a mystery that takes us deep into the battles over what counted as real Christianity. As Christianity spread, arguments broke out. Was Jesus a magician? A prophet? God in human form? Some people said his miracles proved he was divine. Others said the stories were just legends. Miracles proved he was divine. Others said the stories were just legends or even tricks. Church leaders had to decide which stories would they keep and which would they throw out. The result was a set of official gospels and a pile of banned books. But even the approved stories had to answer tough questions. How could a man who died a shameful death be the Son of God? The answer: miracles. They showed that death wasn't the end, that hope could rise from despair. But the real power of these stories wasn't just in what they said about Jesus, it was in what they offered to the people who heard them. And that brings us to the heart of the mystery. Imagine you're living under Roman rule. Life is hard. You're poor, maybe sick, maybe scared. Then you hear a story. A man like you, from a nowhere town, walks among the powerful and the powerful and the powerful and the proud. He touches lepers, eats with outcasts, says that the last will be first. His miracles aren't just magic tricks, they're promises. Promises that you matter, that suffering isn't forever, that love is stronger than fear. For early Christians, these stories were lifelines. They didn't need to be proven in a laboratory, they needed to be believed in the harboratory, they needed to be believed in the heart. But why do these stories still matter today, centuries after they were first told? The answer might surprise you. Fast forward to today. Scientists debate, historians argue, skeptics roll their eyes. But the stories of Jesus' miracles still capture imaginations around the world. Why? Maybe it's because deep down we're all searching for hope. Maybe it's because we want to believe that change is possible, that the impossible can happen, that light can break through even the darkest night. Elaine Pagels argues that the real miracle isn't whether Jesus walked on water or healed the sick. The real miracle is that these stories keep inspiring people to care, to question, and to dream. And just when you think you've heard it all, there's always another layer to uncover, another question to ask, another wonder waiting to be found. So, what's the true mystery of Jesus and his miracles? Maybe it's not about proving what happened 2,000 years ago. Maybe it's about why these stories still matter, why they still move us, challenge us, and give us hope. Whether you see them as history metaphor or something in between, the miracles of Jesus remind us that sometimes the greatest wonders aren't about breaking the laws of nature, but about breaking open the human heart. And in the end, that might be the most powerful miracle of all.